Hey, this is Dr. Sean over at Natural Body Works here in Parker, Colorado. And today we're going to do something a little bit more esoteric, a little bit more of the meditative side. We're actually going to be doing some cleansing. It's not a chemical cleanse. This is like a energetic, psychological, mental, spiritual cleanse, if you will. It's not a religious thing. It doesn't have to be. It's just something that you can make into a routine and a very good way to set an intention to do some cleansing in your home and on your person. So I'm going to show you a couple things about how to do that. So I have my supplies sitting right here with me, and what we're going to do is, the reason we're in a corner, we usually start in the corners and we go around from there. So I started in one of my treatment rooms. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but we're going to go through at least an explanation of how to do smudging. So anyway, here we got started. First I have a lit candle. It can be any old candle you want. It doesn't have to be any. This just happens to be a scented one. It's the one I happen to have. You can also need a fireproof. I use a ceramic little hand that I have here, which is quite nice. Fireproof container for your smudging material. The smudging material we're going to use today is one of two kinds. We're either going to use this stuff called Palo Santo. It's a little piece of wood. It's been used for millennia for this kind of, usually for a house centering, grounding, cleansing, kind of almost like a blessing, if you will. Then what we can use is what's called white sage. White sage is pretty typical. Has an interesting scent, a little bit like marijuana, but that's okay. I mean, we just kind of like deal with it from there. The more you can keep these things in a container, like usually a glass container or something, that keeps them fresh is better, because they will dry out eventually and just not make as much smoke, which is what you need. So it's perfectly safe as long as you follow some basic rules, like don't burn your house down, don't blow on it, okay, once you light it, and you know, if you drop it or anything, just clean up. When you're done with it, I'll tell you what to do there. So we're going to use Palo Santo today. So this little piece of wood, we're going to slowly start the fire using the candle, and you light it just at the ends, and it'll start to smoke almost right away. You get a good little ember going on it, and what we do is we'll get it just like this. There you go. See, it's now fire. Don't blow on it, because we don't want to spit on it. It's also, that's a little bit disrespectful, something like this. That's all you have to do. So here we go. We see the smoke, it rises. It's a very sweet smell, actually. It's very nice. It smells like just a good, nice wood fire. So we're going to, right now, if you want to place it somewhere, you can place it either in your container here, like this. There we go. Or you can just hold it simply this way with your fingers. Now you can't, I don't know if you can see the smoke still. There we go. You can still see the smoke. First point is we want to set what is our intention of using this ceremony or this routine thing we want to do. Today we're going to be like, let's be more centered. Let's cleanse the energy of the room, for example. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to start in any corner or any place we want to in the house. We're going to go to the first corner that we have, and we're going to go in 3 circles, just gently allowing the smoke while kind of repeating that intention inside our head, or even gently, just we want to be centered and clean, centered and clear. 3 times. And then we would go to the next corner clockwise in the house and do that one 3 times. The same thing. Each corner that we come to, we would do this circle 3 times, repeating our I don't want to call it a mantra really, but it's repeating our intention. And it doesn't have to be repeated outwardly. It can be repeated inwardly, or you can even say it if you want to. But make it simple. Don't make it a big giant long prayer. That's too complex and you get confused. Just keep it one thing, maybe 3 words or something like that. You can definitely use any prayer that you like, and it doesn't diminish it in any way. Now you see this here, as it starts to go out, you just simply relight with the same candle. You know, it tends to smolder pretty well, you know, over time, especially the more fresh that the wood is, and you just keep using this way. So once we're done, we've gone all the way around the entire room. We've gone out that room clockwise to the next room, to the next room, to the next room, etc. We come back to the original room that we had with the candle. At that point, we would become still again, hold that same intention, grab some of that smoke, bring it around the heart, bring it around the head, and you can even wash your entire body with it like we would do with sage. Sage at the end, generally you can put it on your little container on the floor and reach down, grab that smoke like so, and pull it over you and wash your entire body with the same intention that you were using when you used the house, when you did your smudging in the house. By doing this intention, we're becoming more centered in our bodies, We're becoming more centered with our minds and our bodies. And that's very important. We're actually collecting those energies and clearing that up for us. So anyway, that's basically how to smudge. It's nothing, there's no weirdness to it really. I mean, you can make it weird if you want to. It's not witchcraft, it's not hooey. Just take it very practically. If you have an intention for the energy, it's going to work. If your intention is healing, if your intention is centering, if your intention is protection, you can do this. And then there's that kind of like sense. So for example, I used to have a guy that I worked with, I used to rent an office for him, and he was always worried about getting robbed and getting, he would lock the door after he came in all the time, and it was really a hassle to have an office with this person because he was locking the door constantly so people couldn't get in or they couldn't get out. So it just seemed like antsy. It wasn't a very good feel. We would go out every day separately, usually for lunch. I would walk around in the same neighborhood he was, and he got mugged twice in the same East Los Angeles neighborhood that I had in my office. He had problems all the time. I never had a problem. Now, was that luck? Was it? I'm not very intimidating looking. You can see I'm not a, big, scary guy. So it wasn't that. It was the intention. I firmly believe that. And that was, many, many years ago. But I use that all the time. My intention was to be open and to be kind, not stupid, but to be open and kind and caring, and that was my neighborhood, that was my world. I wasn't a visitor there, it was my place. And so I think other people sense that from you. So this is just a way to improve that intention with yourself. You can do it in your house. Is it going to be a clear house? Best times to do it right around the full moon, right around the new moon. Full moon is things have come to an end. They've become full. A new moon, we're beginning again. So these are great times to do it, but there's any time is a good time, really. If you decide to do this, though, just make sure your intention is set. Make sure things are quiet and calm. Do this with focus and mindfulness. And that should help. I mean, it does. We use mindfulness all the time, or like that kind of intention holding. Whenever we work on people, whenever you're doing acupuncture, dry needling, chiropractic, massage work, gua sha, or whatever it is I'm doing, I try to be that way because then I'm more focused on what's going on rather than be distracted by all the different things. You can do this with anything. So anyway, this is Dr. Sean over at Natural Body Works. Go smudge yourself. So you can get this smudge stuff, the Palo Santo and the sage, at my office if you want. I mean, I don't have a way to order it online. You can get it anywhere you want. But you can come in the office and you can get it there. And I'll even explain to you. It comes with a little information pack and stuff like that. But anyway, this is Dr. Sean over at Natural Body Works. Check out our website, thenaturalbodyworks.com. We're all over. I'm trying to get all over social media, so I have some of this stuff on like Pinterest and Instagram and stuff like that. And down here, comment, please. Tell me your experiences with it. If you'd like to know more, let me know, because I try to always answer them. And subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe, because I'm going to be adding more and more of this kind of stuff. We're going to be developing more emotional, physical things and concepts to work with. So anyway, this is Dr. Sean over at Natural Body Works. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.